Now, President Obama has made his pick to replace the late Antonin Scalia in his Supreme Court seat. Now, he's actually nominated a justice named Merrick Garland. Now, Garland is fairly conservative, or at least is a center-right pick. Now, this isn't me that's saying this. As you're going to see, this is actually Fox News saying that he's very conservative. Watch.
Judge Garland is the most conservative nominee to the Supreme Court by a Democratic president in the modern era, and is put there, in my view, as a nominee to frustrate the process. If he gets on the court, he is not Justice Elena Kagan. He is not Justice Sonia Sotomayor. He does not think about the law the way Barack Obama does. So Barack Obama does not get the opportunity to appoint Antonin Scalia's opposite number. If he does not get on the court, then we're still at a stalemate. So in my view, this is a lose-lose for the president.
So that's Andrew Napolitano, right? He's the Fox News legal analyst. Now, what he says is actually right. It is a lose-lose. I can't really disagree with Napolitano. Now, of course, it is Fox News, so now they're going to go into why this pick isn't because Obama likes picking conservatives, because Obama is essentially center-right. No. It's actually because Obama is divisive and he's trying to divide the Republican Party.
Observation is that the president is challenging Republicans.
My observation is that the president is more interested in the politics of the process, attempting to pry loose Republicans who actually like Judge Garland and agree with him, than the president is interested in his own philosophical legacy on the court, which he has in Justices Sotomayor and Kagan.
19-year history, he has ruled generally how?
We have
center-right?
Yes, we have looked at his rulings on the First Amendment, freedom of speech, his rulings on the Fourth Amendment, searches and seizures, his rulings on the relationship between the states and the federal government, and his rulings on whether the court should defer to the decisions of administrative agencies, almost always on the side of the government. Not what one would expect from a Democrat.
You see, he's picking someone that we like, a conservative, but he's only doing so in order to get Republicans to agree with him. Instead of the party. How divisive. You're dividing the party. You actually think this is some sort of chess move to divide the Republican Party? For what reason? For what reason? If successful, he'll have nominated a conservative to the Supreme Court. Wow, three-dimensional chess. Good job, Obama. You got another pro-business conservative on the Supreme Court. How in the fuck is that a victory for a so-called liberal? I'm serious. Like, I want to know. Well, I've seen some articles that said, well, you know, he could shift to be more liberal, and he hasn't always voted with the conservatives. No, he might actually shift a little bit more liberal. Really. Based on his record, I highly doubt that. Remember, this is the most frustrating thing that I have about President Obama. He's choosing a center-right conservative justice to the Supreme Court. And it's because he is center-right. And that's what most people don't understand. He is center-right. He is center-right. Look, I got news for people who don't seem to understand this. He's not playing a political game. This is not a strategy. Okay? This is Barack Obama choosing somebody that he agrees with. Both of his picks so far, if you noticed, both of his picks have been very conservative. Remember, you had Brian Sandoval, who was his original pick. That was his first pick. Sandoval's a Republican. And this guy's a conservative. Do you not understand this? Obama is not a progressive. And to tie this into the election, this is exactly the kind of thing that you're going to expect from Hillary Clinton. Remember, she is all about wrapping herself up in Obama's legacy and continuing it. So if you think she's going to be this great liberal hope for the Supreme Court, I got news for you. Ain't going to happen. Now, Mitch McConnell, Mr. Turtle, he's already promised to block pretty much everyone, right? Now, even though he's going to block this doesn't take away my frustration of Obama consistently picking conservatives over actual progressives. But as I've said, Obama and the party, the DNC, they don't represent progressives because they're not liberals, they're corporatists. And don't forget that.